It was a time when he was a celebrity back in 2011 or so, was in these emails so many times. So that means these questions still remain here tonight. Jake?
All right, Jeff Zeleny at the White House, thanks so much. Let's look at this through a legal lens now with former Westchester County, New York District Attorney Mimi Rocah. Mimi, thanks for being here. What about these emails caught your attention the most today?
Well, Jake, I think these emails are really significant. I mean, essentially what we have now are two people, Maxwell and Epstein, in addition to others, but those are the two I'll focus on for a minute, who were co-conspirators. I mean, that's undeniable. We know that from court proceedings, et cetera. And they are talking about Donald Trump in a very incriminating way. We don't know exactly yet on its face what it shows us, but they put Trump essentially at the scene of the crime, i.e. Epstein's home, which is where much of the trafficking, much of the sexual abuse occurred. That doesn't mean Trump saw it. That doesn't mean Trump participated in it. There's other information we would need to know the answer to that definitively. But it does make it all the more likely, in fact, almost guaranteed, that he knew what Epstein was doing and that he didn't talk about it in ways that he should have with authorities. And that's why you have Epstein calling him, quote, the dog that isn't barking or didn't bark yet. A dog that didn't bark yet means a dog that has some bark to give, i.e. information about Epstein. So these are very reliable on their face. Court rules say that conversations between co-conspirators like this are considered inherently reliable. I'm not saying anyone's charging a crime here. I'm just trying to give that as an example of why we would trust these emails. These were written during a time when Epstein, Maxwell had no idea that anyone would ever see them, didn't know that anyone was, quote, listening. And this is what they were saying about Trump.
So earlier this year, Ghislaine Maxwell from prison told the Deputy Attorney General Todd Blanche, who used to be President Trump's personal attorney, told him that she, quote, never witnessed the president in any inappropriate setting in any way, unquote, and that she did not recall ever seeing Trump at Epstein's house. The April 2011 email between Maxwell and Epstein appears to indicate that Trump has been at Epstein's house before, at least according to this email, and that Maxwell knew about that. We know that, Ghislaine Maxwell wants to get out of prison, wants her sentence commuted, wants to be pardoned. What do you think that claim about he's never been to the house, contradicted now by this email, what does that say about the interview that Todd Blanche did with Ghislaine Maxwell?
Yeah, this is a really important point. I mean, let's remember that Todd Blanche works for the Department of Justice right now. He was purportedly doing a proffer interview to get information from Maxwell. At a minimum, he didn't press her on anything. And we don't know for sure, but it's extremely likely that he knew about these emails. Even if he didn't, he should have asked her directly more pointed questions. He should have pressed her on his answers. He was negligent at best, and he was complicit in helping her essentially craft very specific answers. If you look at her answers now, they are contradictory, but she would argue, well, that wasn't exactly the question that was asked, et cetera. That is not an information getting exercise. This was a give Donald Trump a sort of clear, pass, say that he didn't do anything wrong, and then we'll reward you. And we saw that because we saw the reward, and we know she's trying to get, we've seen reporting that she's trying to get some kind of pardon or clemency of some form. And if Trump grants that, I actually think it would be the biggest sign that there is something more in addition to these emails, which are already quite incriminating, that she could say about him.
Yeah. Mimi Rocah, thanks so much. Appreciate your time and your expertise. While this drama is playing out in Washington, we are also monitoring a military buildup, U.S. military buildup in the Caribbean. And the United States and Venezuela are both making moves there. Both sides are setting the stage. Is it for a new